We do have an hour. I might as well just tell you how everything went. I mean, are you okay? Are you comfortable with that?
I'm okay with it.
All right. So,
What's up, All In Media Squad? This is your boy Cookie. We back at it with another one. If you enjoy the content, consider leaving a comment below, hit that thumbs up button, and join the AIM Squad, where AIM is always on point. Now, this one is going to be a little intense, especially if you have a son. Now, say your son, after you did your best to raise him, he went overseas to serve his country. While he was overseas, he met a woman that he fell in love with. The relationship grew, and then when they came home, the relationship continued to grow, and they were married. But this person's wife has a huge secret. That secret is that she fell in love with another man while she was overseas. So this is now a love triangle that has gone severely left. But then again, what love triangle goes right? Now, the following is a conversation between two individuals. The individual on the left is the father of the slain soldier. The person on the right is the killer of the slain soldier. Now put yourself in the shoes of this father. Would you be able to do this? Could you do this? Would you be able to keep your cool? What would you say to this man? All those questions were going through my head when I was watching this. I just had to bring it to you guys to see what you guys would think. And I think this is a good video to show that no matter what happens in life, there's always ways through it. Don't have to jump to your first choice or first action that might not necessarily help your family in the long run. And while you're watching this, ask yourself, would you be more upset with the man that took your son's life or the woman that orchestrated the taking of your son's life? So that's enough of me talking. Here's what you guys came to see. And this is your boy Cookie with All In Media. It's all in or nothing. I'm out.
yo,
In court, you was trying to say something.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear him? Oh, you good.
oh, this is Mr. Hassel Jr.
Yeah,
How you doing, sir?
I'm all right. You know, under the circumstances.
Um, honestly, I'm very sorry. You know, I know that is not even enough. You know, um, I'm gonna just tell you my side. I know, regardless, but you do deserve that. And to be honest with you, it's sad, but you deserve that. I was going through things with my wife. We was already planning a divorce, right? Met Kamaya because we was in the same platoon, and me and her liked each other. We started messing around, and she was telling me she wasn't happy. Now, we didn't discuss. Well, I'll step by step. Me and her was messing with each other heavily. We liked each other heavily, and when we got to Korea, it was probably like the fourth month that we was there, and we was updating our life insurances. And when we did so, we went back to the barracks, and me and her is in there, me in my room, and she brought it up. She goes, "So is your wife on the life insurance?" And I was like, "Nah, it's my mom." And she was like, "Okay." She was like, "Yeah, I'm on ties." I was like, "Okay," you know what I'm saying? And she was just like, "Yeah, you know what I'll do with 400,000?" I was like, "Man, there's a whole bunch of shit you can do with 400,000." And she was like, "Yeah, I'll pay off the house," you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I was like, "True, I'll probably just give me a bike." I don't know. I was whatever with it. And she was just like, "Yeah, 400,000 would be nice." And I was like, and then she said it again. I was like, "Damn, you talking like you would want him to die, like you want an accident to happen." And she sat there and she looked at me and she was like, "What's up?" At that moment, I should have been like, "Bitch, you crazy," but man, sir, like, I really opened up to her. I really did, what I wanted, a family, because my family, my mom and dad, this is a whole bunch. I opened up to her. I wanted different. And she knew all that. She was the first woman that I opened up to. I didn't even really open up to my wife because me and her past was bad, So at that moment, I was just like you cap. And she was like, nah, I'm for real. I ain't gonna cap, man. I was in love with her, I don't know. It honestly took me like 6 times, sir. At least 6 times. I'm being completely honest with you. The first time I choked, I was feeling anxious. This is when he was coming from that club, the one club that's right there by that gas station. Being honest with you, sir. I was right there waiting on him. When he was heading home, I was already, there waiting. I'm sitting there and I was thinking about this. I'm just like, I was getting anxious. And I was just like, man, you know what? So I started walking off. He came. I did run back, but he was already in the house. And I was like, man, I'm tripping. I went back to the car. She messaged me. She was like, yeah, he's inside already. He's not coming back out. I was like, fuck it, another time. Honestly, she didn't even really want me to spend time with my family. Like, she really just wanted to do this and get out. I haven't seen my family in a year and a half. You know what I mean? Look, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to, I'm just giving you my side, sir. At the end of the day, I was wrong as fuck, and I'm truly sorry. I mean that. I seriously mean that.
Well, that's what I came here for anyway.
Okay.
I see something. I looked at you, and I could see it's something that you want to get off. So, me, I ain't got nothing else. I ain't even got my son. You know what I mean? So, if you got something that you want to say, that's what I came here to listen to.
So, the second time, it was probably like 2 days after that. Your the 2 garbage cans you have right there by your patio. I was waiting right there, and he had came out. Sir, I'm sorry. Look, I choked many times. You know what I mean? And it was just my strive for her. And I know. I was twisted. My mind was twisted. I thought I had to do that in order for me to have a family with her because I wanted kids. It was, and how we met, I don't know. Like, I thought it was unique. You know what I'm saying? It was different because it's just petty as fuck, man. Like, to be honest with you, another time too. That time I choked. The next time, Ty was out there with his brother. I think his brother has a gray Honda Civic or something like that. I don't know if it's a brother or not.
I don't recognize that car. Yeah, it's blue.
It's like a light color. It's like a Honda Civic or like an Acura or something like that.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, anyways, the brother or someone, whoever it was in there smoking. I was right there. Ty had came up and he was talking to him. And that's when right before Ty had came up, she told me like, oh, the brother is, out there and stuff. And I was like, damn, why you ain't tell me? And she was just like, I just found out. I was like, oh. And she was just like, that's when Ty came up and started talking to him, and she was like, get them both. I was like, man, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, nah, like, I need him alone. Like, why you want me, you know what I'm saying? At that moment, I should have been like, yo, like, honestly, I was blind. Like, I was blinded. I thought that was love. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. This shit's crazy, man. I'm truly sorry. You know what I'm saying? I know that ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm being real with you. Like, I'm truly sorry. It's fucked up how his own battle. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of me and being in the same platoon, we still in the Army. You know what I'm saying? That's technically my battle. And that's just fucked up, man. I don't know, man. I thought I loved her. I mean, I was. You know what I'm saying? She basically used that. You know what I'm saying? I had issues already, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I hated. You know what I'm saying? I was all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, I thought Kamaya was like my light, you know what I'm saying? Like how everything came, you know what I'm saying? Especially with me and her, like, I don't know, man. It just fucked up. I don't know, man. I don't know. I should have been more of a man and be like, nah, like you tripping, you know what I'm saying? And, but I don't know, man. I was weak towards her, to be honest with you. You know, I was giving her everything she wanted, and I knew that she wanted it. And I know it's fucked up. I'm truly sorry. I mean that. You know.
So afterwards, did you talk to her afterward?
After the incident?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Did she watch?
Did she watch?
Yeah, was she in the window? Did she watch? Or did she say anything about that?
Nah, she didn't. She wasn't at the window. She didn't say anything about that.
Oh, I just wondered because, you know, I mean, after this whole scenario just came out, he died in my arms, but you really wanted him dead. I mean, you was the main person that wanted him dead, so I wonder, you know, what role did she play in that part?
Well, I mean, what do you mean by what role? I mean,
I'm just saying.
You see clearly that was her role, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm meaning when he got shot, what did she come out? Did she really, you know, she acted so concerned?
I was already gone.
Yeah, I was just wondering if she talked to you about that afterwards.
I mean, yeah, she did. Matter of fact, she did. She was like, yeah, like, you know, he died in my arms. And she was saying she was sad about it. And I'm like, then why'd you have me fucking do it then? Like, you know what I'm saying? But she was just like, you know, it's cool. Like, that's when I was like, you know, I'm here for you. Like, that's what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. I don't know. But afterwards, like after that, you know what I'm saying? She was normal. You know what I'm saying? Especially like when her sister came down. You know what I'm saying? They were taking pictures. She was sending me pictures afterwards. She was happy. So I was like, okay, like, what the fuck? And I was even asking her too, like, you know what I'm saying? So what's up? Like, what's up with us? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It was just weak. It was just weak, man. I don't know, man. She knew what she was doing, man. She a good actor, man. She a good ass actor. She knew what she was doing. And I was too stupid to fucking see it. You know what I'm saying? Honestly.
So what prompted you to make the decision to plead guilty instead of no contest? Because you wanted to talk?
Basically. You know, I couldn't take it, man. I've been in here for 22-hour lockdown since February. You know what I'm saying? All I have been doing was thinking about this. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact I deprived Chunk of his father and his mother. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how his mother, you know what I'm saying? Period. At the end of the day, I'm the reason. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just couldn't take the shit. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it's like I just want to do my time and hopefully get out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even know if that's even possible. You know? So, I don't know. And how my lawyer was talking, I don't know, man. I ain't really know, to be honest with you. I don't know shit about law, to be honest with you. They ain't got no law, nothing. I just got close with God, you feel me? That's it, really. I never touched the Bible until January. And when I saw her get fried, you feel me? I just wanted a chance, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was my only chance, to be honest with you. So, yeah.
Well, man, I appreciate you talking. I appreciate your remorse. You know what I mean? But how much you know about me or how much you know about my son, but you're gonna meet a lot of friends in there, bro. If they from Ben Harbor, 90% of them know us, and we very popular. I don't know if Kamaya told you about us or whatever, but you're gonna meet a lot of friends.
How should I take that?
I mean, I'm just telling you. It's a lot of the talk. I don't know if what's going on inside of there or whatever, but she ain't showed no remorse at all. You know what I mean? So I mean, at least you did speak to me. I ain't seen my grandson since the incident. I can't even pick up the phone, and I feel like I can't even call them. Like I don't even know who I was dealing with. You know what I mean? I done lost track of.
And you know, another thing too, like, sir, there was a lot. Like you remember the incident with Chunk when he got his leg burned?
Yeah.
You know, like, sir, it was deep. Like, me and her was deep, and it was like she always, it was just negative things about Ty and y'all, you know, and that was another reason that kind of fueled me. But I didn't really want to do it, but I don't know, man. I was just blind, you know. There's many things that, you know, she would tell me, you know, bad things about him, and it wasn't even that bad. Now that I really look at it, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was just ungrateful, you know what I mean? Like, and I wasn't seeing that. I was trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, be that I don't know, man, goofy, man, really, honestly, to be honest with you.
You know what, that dude, my son didn't show no affection. You know, he probably lacked on that, but when he married her, I told her, don't marry nobody for money. Just because you in the Army, I know they give you more money. You marry somebody because you love them. And the honest to God truth, man, that boy truly loved that girl. I don't know if she manipulated. I mean, she was a massive manipulator. But it's all messed up, and I wish it could have went another way, but you know what I mean? And you and honestly, man, you seem like a good guy. For real. I mean, you said you just sit up here and said you deprived Chunk of his mama and his father. So to me, man, really, man, you seem like a good dude.
I'm listening.
No, but you know, man, you threw your life away, bro, and sadly, it come on my account too. You know, I'm never gonna be the same. But you got a level head on your shoulder, man. Just talking to you, and knowing that, like, I deal with pain, but I've been dealing with it since that day. So it's kind of, it makes it easier for me to sit here and talk to you, you know. But I've been angry for a long time. You know what I mean? Cause
you have the fucking right to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm listening.
Yeah, but I ain't write things down that I wanted to talk to you about. I just came, you know what I mean? I wanted to hear what you had to say. I wanted to, when they was trying to push you out the courtroom, you had something to say, and I really wanted to know what it was. You know what I mean? Is that all that you wanted to say, or you just wanted to?
No, I mean, it's just, we do have an hour. I might as well just tell you how everything went. I mean, are you okay? Are you comfortable with that?
I'm okay with it.
All right. So, detail by detail. With me and her, we this was before my wife had came, before we had left to Korea. Now, Kamaya, I didn't really look at her like that, to be honest with you, you know, when I first met her, you know, and she was helping me because I had no car yet, going back and from to work, you know what I'm saying, from the barracks. So she was doing that all week, and this is when they only had that Honda Accord or something like that, and she was helping me out, you know what I'm saying. She also helped me out with, you know what I'm saying, another chick that I was messing with, you know what I'm saying, in the hotel room. She had got me a plan B, you know what I'm saying, because I wanted one, you know what I'm saying, for her, for another chick, you know what I'm saying. She was peeping that I was, you know what I'm saying, and she liked it, you know what I'm saying, but I ain't really know. One time, her gas was on E, you know what I'm saying, and this is when she was like, you know, she's coming in about gas. I was like, you know, I might as well, you know, I should get you gas because you've been taking me back to work, you know what I'm saying, I could at least do that. And she was like, oh, you really gonna do that? I'm like, yeah, like, the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So we went to the gas, I pumped her gas, and I was like, you want something to eat? You know what I'm saying? Like, on some battle buddy shit, you know what I'm saying? And she was just like, damn, like, you gonna pump my gas and give me some food? Like, you know, my husband don't even do that. And you want some food or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? And she was just like, nah, I'm good. Okay. 2 days later, I had a dream about her, you know, and I woke up from a call from her, from that dream. And to be honest with you, I ran with that, you know. When she called me, she was like, yeah, I'm just making sure if you got, you got a ride. I was like, nah, Sergeant Smith gonna pick me up. I appreciate it. And she was like, okay. And I was like, hey, I gotta tell you something. And that's when I told her about the dream and stuff. When we had went down and qualified for M-Force. And we were talking, you know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, I had a dream. And she was like, oh yeah, like what was it about? And I started laughing. I was like, man, nothing. You know what I'm saying? And we kept talking. She gave me her Snapchat, you know what I'm saying? She was putting decent pictures. I peeped, you know what I'm saying? That's when I started commenting on her, you know what I mean? And, you know what I'm saying? She would comment on me on my Snapchats, you know what I'm saying? We got close. And matter of fact, and before all that, when we was in the car and she was taking me to get the Plan B, Ty had called. I ain't know Ty at all. Well, Sergeant Hassel. You know, I should even be calling him Ty. Sergeant Hassel. He called and they were talking. I'm just in the front seat, you know what I'm saying? This is before we really, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just in the car and he was talking to her, telling her about Chunk, you know what I'm saying? And she was just like, like wasn't really trying to listen, honestly. Like she was just like annoyed, honestly. I was peeping it, but I was just like, what the fuck? So finally, you know what I'm saying? She was just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll talk about it later. And Ty, he was just, Sergeant Hassel, he was just like, ain't nothing much to talk about. Like, I basically told you everything. And I was like, true. You know what I'm saying? And finally, she was like, all right, like, okay, well, I'll just talk to you later. So they hung up. And right before he called, me and her was talking. Right when like, they hung up, she looked at me, you know what I'm saying? She was just like, yeah, so what were we talking about? Like, she gave me this glare, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, I don't know, like she had this interest, you know what I'm saying, with me. That was like the first thing, especially after the dream, you know what I'm saying? Them two things, like, I don't know, man, I ran with that, sir. You know what I'm saying? I know that's petty as hell, but like, I don't know, I thought, she was the one for me, especially when me and my wife, then this is when it came up. My wife had came, and me and her was already planning a divorce. We was already rocky, you know what I'm saying? And me and her got into a big argument, you know what I'm saying? So when when she had left, you know what I'm saying, I just wanted a fresh start, you know what I'm saying, a fresh start, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what made me talk to her, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, because on some battle buddy shit, you know what I'm saying? Even though we still flirted. And I was telling her, like, all that, you know what I'm saying? Then we started liking each other. And then, like, a few days after that, this is when she finally made her first move, you know what I'm saying? We had to get our ERBs and something else we had to print out. We was in the ACS, that's where the computers are. So we sitting there, I'm sitting there. She's sitting right next to me. She messaged me on Snapchat. So I'm like, what you messaged me for? So I opened it up and she was like, I don't know what it is, but I'm wet. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, what the fuck? Man, at that moment, like I had butterflies, but really that was the Holy Spirit saying like, that's an adulterous woman. Now that I peeped the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know. I had cool, you feel me? Later on that night, later on that day, you know what I'm saying? you feel me? And after that, you know what I'm saying? I liked her more, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I started opening up to her, you know what I'm saying? But really, I wasn't seeing how much of an adulterous woman was, you know what I'm saying? I just thought it was like my fresh start, you know what I mean? And I was giving her everything, you know what I'm saying? I was buying her things. When we was in Korea, man, I was buying her things. Man, I spent so much money on her, you feel me? She wasn't asking for it, I was just giving it to her, you know what I'm saying? And I was telling her, like, you're my woman, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is when she was like, we're gonna do the divorce thing, you know what I'm saying? And then finally, at like 4th month, that's when we had that conversation, you know what I'm saying? And instead of me rebuking her, being like, bitch, you tripping, I didn't see it. Like, I just thought, I don't know, man, I was tweaking. I was fucking tweaking, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, there was like six situations, you know what I'm saying? I kept choking in circumstances where, they'll pull up, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, like, and the final time, this is what happened. she was just like, we need to do this because we leaving on the 3rd or something like that. And I was like, man, alright, like, you know what I'm saying? I came and basically I missed, you know what I'm saying? Like he had went somewhere. She was like, oh, he's gone. And I was like, man, alright, fuck it. And she was just like, we'll do this when we go to Georgia. And I ain't gonna lie, I was like, nah, like I wanna do this now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I wanna get this shit over with. So when we left, he was gone. Like she said he wasn't coming back. I was like, all right. And I was like, damn, like, can I at least see you or something? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I was like, let me get a quickie, you know what I'm saying? Or at least let me see you. And she was just like, nah, like this ain't what we here for. This ain't what we, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, damn. She's like, we will do all that in Georgia. And then she also said she had chunk. And I was like, yeah, that's understandable because it is cold. True. I was like, man, but I was still mad because it's like, man, like you really want me to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I even told her we ain't really had to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. So when I left, that's when she was like, oh, he's coming back. And I was already mad because it's like, you don't even want to see me. Like, you really just want me to do this shit. So I was like, man, fuck it. So I came back and that's when it happened. Honestly, I was mad. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was so many fucking shots. Cause it's like she wanted me to do it. And I was like, you want it? And then that's when I just did it. Man, like, I'm giving you a shorter thing, to be honest with you. It's just, man, I opened up to her like a motherfucker, man. Like a motherfucker. Like my parents, like all that shit. Like I don't want no. And instead of me doing that shit with my wife, you know what I'm saying? Me and my wife it was just trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, ain't no fucking excuse. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you my side, you know. And it's still, regardless, it was trash. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know, and I'm very sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm way better than that. You know what I'm saying? But I just, like, man, one of the days, in between them days, she even messaged me because she sent me a picture of her and Chunk. And I was like, man, I want y'all both. And she was like, we waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, she knew what she was doing, man. She knew what the fuck she was doing. Like, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I just let her use me as an instrument. You know what I'm saying? She was using all my desires of wanting like a good family and all that. And I should have known that that wasn't the only fucking way, but it was just how everything went. Like, I don't know, man. It was just stupid. It's fucking stupid, man.
So y'all, I mean, thinking after all that y'all thought, you thought that y'all can live happily ever after that. Because once you, I mean, me on the outside looking in, you got a person that you know, both of us know what we did, you know, later down the line. And I don't know if that will make the trust stronger or make you untrustworthy.
You know? Wait, with what? With her, right?
Yeah, with each other.
Yeah, you know what? And I was thinking that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I don't know, man. I thought I was different. You know, I thought I was special. You know what I'm saying? But what difference? You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably done the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the way she was complaining, you know what I'm saying? Man, I was giving her everything. Like, man, I was like her. You know what I'm saying? I was, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That shit was just fucking stupid, man. It's fucking stupid. It was just devilish, man. The whole fucking situation. You know what I'm saying? My goofy ass still care about her. You know, I was willing to sacrifice and shit because I felt bad. Like for Chunk. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, man, let me go ahead, like see if I could, you know, something, just so at least Chunk could have his mom. You know what I'm saying? But that shit, they don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Man. Well, you couldn't see the trial because you was in there. But even on one of her videos, she was like, he don't give a fuck about me. He told on me. Or he got me involved and he don't care about me and Chunk. She didn't care about you, bro. Honestly.
Who she's saying that about?
She was talking to the police. and she was talking about you like you don't care about her and Chunk because you wouldn't have got her involved.
Hey, what the fuck? She said that shit for real?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Wow. Man, on my phone, I had pictures of her and Chunk, sir. I had pictures of her and Chunk all on my phone. You know what I'm saying? February 2nd, 2017. Man, I know I had a twisted way, not a twisted, yeah, a twisted way of showing my love for Chunk because, you know, of what I did. But I did care about him, period. I called him my son. And I know, man, look, she wanted me to do it, man. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, I wanted her, you know what I'm saying? And she knew what she was doing. She wanted the money. So I don't know what the fuck that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. What she was saying?
Not really. I mean, she ain't say nothing during the trial. It was just during the video that they recorded because she failed a lot to take the test, but they couldn't talk about it during trial. You know, it's a lie detector test is inadmissible in court. But during that video, she mentioned that. She said that. But she admitted to everything that y'all planned it. She had a phone conversation with her mama, and it was recorded. She admitted that y'all planned it. Y'all been messing around for a while. And I guess she mentioned to the police, I didn't see all that, that she was unhappy, and you know, that's what it was.
Yeah, you know, not once she was like, you know what, like, I don't want to do this. You know, I even said that. And she was just like, bro, she wanted it. But she even said it on her statement. Yes, you do. Like, that's contradicting on her even saying that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, she did say she just as guilty as you.
Right. Right, I am too. I'm not saying I am. I don't mean to, like, you know what I'm saying? But just the fact that you said that I didn't care about her or Chunk, I did. I did so much for her.
Yeah, well, I was just telling you what she said because you know what I mean? You don't get a chance to hear it, and just letting you know. But, man, I appreciate you even talking to me. I don't really know how much.
You.
I don't really know how much more it make me, or better it make me feel, but I did want to know. You know what I mean? I consider myself a strong guy, and it's a good thing you found God in there. You know what I mean?
It shouldn't have took me to do this. Like, man, it shouldn't have took this situation for me to even get close to him. Honestly, that shit's fucking sad. Excuse my language, but. That's crazy.
It's gonna be a rough road, bro. I've been there. Just so you know. I've been there. MDOC.
Yeah.
It's tough. I always said I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. And right now, you're probably my worst enemy, and I'm talking to you. But I guess I'll see you at sentencing and listen to what else you got to say. Unless you got anything else to say.
No, sir, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy. You got me thinking now, like, say I didn't care about her or Chunk.
She didn't. I ain't saying she meant it like you didn't ever care about her, but she was just saying because y'all got caught up that you implicated her instead of just taking the rap for yourself. Basically, what you said, you almost took the rap by yourself.
I mean, I didn't speak. She spoke everything. I didn't say shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I'm just telling you, man. You was dealing with a twisted-minded individual, man. Just so you know.
She twisted my shit too. Man, I don't know, man. I thought she was my light, but the devil comes as an angel of light. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't know.
According to the Bible, they say the spirit of Jezebel is something else. You'll find it in there.
Jezebel.
And I'm not fluent with the Bible anymore like I used to be when I was in there, but I know you'll come across it in there.
Speak on in Proverbs. It speak on adulterous women, and it say, you know, beware. You know, it's a trap. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I was a fool. You know what I'm saying. I don't know. Like, honestly, I didn't really care about the money. I just wanted her. You know what I'm saying. She knew that. She knew that. You know what I'm saying.
That's big, bro. That's huge. I mean, that's big for you. That love was powerful that you had for that woman, because you just said you didn't. You know, most people do things for money.
You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't think about it. I was like, yeah, it's a plus, but I wanted her. You know what I'm saying? I wanted the 5 kids that she promised me. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be. I had this self-righteous, selfish thing that I wanted to prove to my father that you could be there. You know what I'm saying? My dad wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? He left when I was in 6th grade. Yeah, we still talk, but I always had to reach out to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he never, I don't know, it was just, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to prove that, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's easy to do. You know what I'm saying? But I just did it in the wrong fucking way. You know what I'm saying? But how everything correlated with my thoughts, like my thought process and how she came and how we talked, I thought it was it. And then that 4th month, when she had brought it up, you know, I should have been like, yo, you tripping, but like I already opened up to her. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never did that shit, to be honest with you. Like, I ain't, not even with my wife. She always told me to communicate and open up. I ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, with Kamaya, I don't know, it was just different. But it was evil, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So, like, you know, like, I had this selfish thing of, cause I cared about Tom, man. I cared about him, for real, man. For real. When we had before we left for Christmas League, we had a run. You know what I'm saying? And I had gave her a bag because I had to buy toys because we're doing Toys for Tots too. So Chunk, he was sleeping he sleep. When she got him, he put him in a stroller. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't really walk all morning. You know what I'm saying? So he was sitting on a stroller for like a good hour and a half. So obviously he ain't really been walking much, you know. And when we was on our way back to the car, you know, she had set him down on the floor, you know, and I was walking up. He fell. I was like, oh. So I'm walking up, and he got back up. And he tried to walk, but this time he fell hard. Like, my heart jumped. You know what I'm saying? I ran, picked him up. I was like, you all right? He crying. I'm like, you all right? He put out his hand. I was like, oh, I kissed it. And I kissed it. He laid his head on my shoulder, you know. Man, it was a feeling, you know what I'm saying? I knew I cared about him, you know, and I know it's twisted that I did that, you know what I'm saying? But I did care, you know what I'm saying? But regardless, you know, if I really did care, I wouldn't have did that shit. My mind was twisted as well, you know. I don't know, I had this self-righteous thing. I wanted to prove to my dad that You know, I have, you know, Chunk, and he was gonna be my favorite, and all my other kids, and we was gonna be, you know, happy. I don't know, it was just twisted. You know what I'm saying? It was just fucking twisted, regardless. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. That shit devilish as fuck. Devilish as fuck. Oh. Yeah, but I had a lot of issues already, you know. And you know, Tatiana Butler, you know, and now that I look back at it, she was trying to stop it, but I thought she was just jealous, you know, because she saw how I was acting different towards Kamaya. You know, she noticed me being different, you know. Now, you know, I look back at it, you know. Like I cut Butler off, you know what I'm saying? Me and her were good friends, very good friends, you know what I'm saying? And I had cut her off because Kamaya was like, you know, what the fuck? So I had to cut Butler off, you know what I'm saying? And Tatiana was like, damn, like you gonna cut me off over like, you know what I'm saying, like some pussy? I was like, nah, it's more than that, bitch. Like what the fuck? Like, because I opened up to her and told her everything we planned. This is before we even had that conversation, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, this is serious, you know what I'm saying? The reason why we can't do the divorce thing because Korea, you know what I'm saying? We had to wait till we get back. But Butler was trying to stop it, man. She was trying to stop it. She was trying to tell me, but I just thought she was being jealous, you know what I'm saying? Because me and her was fucking around with each other too. You know what I'm saying? But she was my light, truly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Did anybody else know about this? What about
You know, Hamilton.
What about
you know,
Sergeant
Hamilton?
Niles?
Sergeant, no, she didn't know at all. I promise you, she did not know. I promise you. My word is my word. She didn't know at all. Hamilton, he been knew. You know, and that's what messes me up. That's probably why he did step up, because I ain't gonna lie, man, I was twisted about her. You know? When I told Hamilton, because Hamilton was like, damn, like you really love her, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, man, like she's my baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he was noticing all the things I was buying for her, all that shit. And he was like, man, like why you care about her so much? And I told him, like, yeah, like man, she's willing to, and I told him the conversation. And I was like, you think she'll, you know, follow through? And he was like, shit, it'd be messed up if she didn't. Man. So I'm thinking it's a go. Like, I'm thinking it's right. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna be there. Like, even if, you know what I'm saying, like, it was just fucking twisted, man. It was fucking twisted. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he was even like, yeah, it'll be messed up if she don't, you know what I'm saying? But then he testified against me, like, but I understand, because he probably didn't think, you know, it really happened. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he was for me, that he was for it, and he didn't really rebuke me or rebuke the situation, you know what I'm saying? I didn't understand that. But I guess by him testifying, you know, I don't know. So I thought it was the right thing because I even talked to him about it, you know. I should talk to my family about it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I wasn't thinking at all. At all. But yeah. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? For real. I had no regards, you know what I'm saying, because I wanted her. You know what I'm saying? And even all the times where I was choking, you know what I'm saying, like that was God, like that was me, you know what I'm saying? But man, like she was making it seem so right as well, you know what I'm saying? The other time where I had choked, he was coming out and he was running to the truck. I was right there behind the garbage cans. I could have done it right there and there, but I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? He was only like 8 feet, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me, I'm just being honest with you, sir, you know. I choked, you know, I was just like, I couldn't, you know. I went back to the car and she messaged me, she said, LMFAO, what happened? Because she heard him take off. I was like, man, he ran to the truck, you know what I'm saying? She was just like, you got legs? You got legs? I was like, true. I'm sitting there, yo, like, I don't know, I was just like, all right. I was more concerned about her. We were both selfish regardless. Because I was more concerned about what she wanted. You know what I mean? Man, nobody know what they be wanting. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people won't. You know what I'm saying? Ain't even good for them. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's strange, man. You got a hell of a thought process, and that's strange that you allow her to manipulate you like that. Like you just said, most of what people want ain't really good for them. Like you ain't no dumb motherfucker.
Right.
That's
You think I'm bullshitting you?
no. I'm saying you're not a dumb person.
See, and at
You
the
just
time,
said you just said mostly what people want ain't good for them, and that's hella true.
right.
So what I'm saying is,
I was not thinking that way at all during that time. At all. Man, me sitting here and reading the Bible and actually looking back at this, yeah, I could talk to you, you know what I'm saying? But at the time, I wasn't thinking about any of it. I wasn't thinking about any of this. You know what I'm saying? At all. At all. At all. I wasn't thinking, you know. At the times where I was choking, I was being like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't really, you know, the way she would talk, she'd be like, you know, I just want this done with, you know, woo, woo. Like, man, all right, babe, I got you. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I don't know, man. And you know,
man,
like when go ahead, sir.
I was just thinking how powerful love is. That's you never even thought it through or what could happen. You just felt like that's what you needed to do to be with her.
It's sad. It's fucking sad. Yeah. Fuck, man. Huh? Yeah. You know, I was already lost, you know what I'm saying? Hey, hold on. I was already lost, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know. At the time, I didn't know. You know. I didn't care for Chunk or her. And she knew, man. There was one situation where we went to the mall. I was with my homies. And she met up with me, with us. She had Chunk on a stroller. And, you know, I had to move away from my homies, you know what I'm saying? Met up with her. You know what I'm saying? Chunk. He kept throwing his little monkey on the ground. I kept picking it up and I look at him like, why are you throwing it? You know what I'm saying? Man, and he'll smile and he'll grab it. I was just talking with with him, while she was doing what she wanted to do. I was pushing the stroller, man. I wasn't acting. Like, I wanted it, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it didn't have to be that way, you know what I'm saying? At all.
You don't have no other kids then, huh?
Nah. I have my wife. She was pregnant, but you know, our relationship, our past, you know, I didn't trust it, you know. So I had her aborted, man. I had her fucking aborted. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, if I wouldn't have aborted it, you know what I'm saying, the baby would have been born, man, I wouldn't be in this fucking situation. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, how me and my wife was, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I don't know, I didn't know how to handle our situations because I was fucking up with her. You know what I'm saying? I cheated on her 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, she still wanted to be with me. You know, when we got married, I married her for her to go to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really marry her for, you know, the real reason. just like how you were telling Ty, you know what I'm saying, make sure it's really love, you know, and not this and that. But I married for the wrong reason with my wife. Even though we was together, you know what I'm saying, I didn't really love her like that. And our relationship was trash, mainly because of me, and I didn't know how to, you know what I'm saying. So before we left to Korea, you know what I'm saying, and me and her had that fight, you know what I'm saying. I just wanted a fresh start. I told that to Kamaya, you know what I'm saying. She was like, you know, I don't want to be with him either, you know what I'm saying. You know, I don't know, man. She turned me against him, like, in a way. Like, when she had Chunk, she was saying Ty wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And she showed me a picture where she had a whole bunch of presents and Ty wasn't even right there. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But, man, like, you know, what else? When she first came home, she made him, he made her wash the dogs and shit right when she came back from it was honestly just petty reasons for her to really be like, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, you know, but still, I took that in the wrong way instead of just, you know, looking at it, you know what I'm saying? I was negative, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I'm still all over the place, to be honest with you, sir. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good dude, man. My son was a good kid. I never had no problems out of him. Through school, I didn't even talk to him about school. He did what he was supposed to do. He just, you know, he stayed busy. He stayed active. He just stayed on the move. Doing positive stuff, to the gym, hooping, shooting pool, bowling.
Yeah, I only had 2 conversations with him. It was just when this was before we even left to Korea. She had told him that I was from Chicago. And this is like when me and her already started having sex. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the back seat and he was like, hey, so you from Chicago? I was like, yeah. He was like, what part? I was like, Northwest, Homer Park. And he was like, you fuck with Lil Fo? I was like, yeah, I fuck with Lil Fo. And he was like, yeah, true. I'm like, well, you from Chicago? He was like, you know, South Side. I was like, what school you went to? He was like, nah, I grew up in Michigan. Oh, I don't know nothing about Michigan. So I just stopped talking. And he stopped talking. And that's when they dropped me off. And then the other time, when we was in Korea, we had a basketball tournament. You know what I'm saying? I could shoot, you feel me? I'm a shooter. You know what I'm saying? We had played against him for scrimmage. He didn't play. But I was shooting threes. I probably shot like 5 threes. You know what I'm saying? Shooting that bitch. After the game, we still lost. We lost by 2. You know what I'm saying? And he came up to me. He was like, man, you shooting that bitch. And I was like, yeah. Right now, I'm just focused on hoping that I'm the least important in heaven. You know what I'm saying? I fucked up big time. I'm trying to redeem myself anyway. You know what I'm saying? I can tell by the way you look, man, you want me to burn in hell, sir. And I understand that. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I really hope you can forgive me. You know what I'm saying? I know it's going to take forever, or you might not. But you know, I really hope you can. You know, my mind was twisted, you know what I'm saying? With her putting all that shit, you know, I don't know. I had a twisted mind of wanting a family, honestly. You know, and I knew better than that, but I was just in love with her. She knew what she was doing. She knew that I cared about her and Chunk. If she wants to say that I didn't, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit just crazy. Because that ain't that, period. That shit crazy. But I really appreciate you coming up here. You know, even me explaining my side is still fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, And I was thinking that, you know, like I was just blinded. Like I just wanted to get what she wanted, man. She wanted it. You know what I'm saying? It's like even when I was sitting there actually thinking about the shit, like I was, you know, I wasn't man enough to be like, nah, like you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just how everything played, man. Like I don't know, man. Yeah, that was only really conversations I had with him though. But yeah.
Only thing I can say, man, I'm gonna get out of here. Just, I guess for your sake, just stay in that Bible. It's the only thing gonna help you. Just keep doing what you're doing. Cause, I mean, true enough, you killed my son, but I don't think. I'm looking at somebody that had a twisted mind at one point, you know. But I look at you, man. I don't think you was a bad guy to hang out with. You know what I mean? You seem like a good cat, and I hate the situation had to happen. Especially I hate it had to happen to my son. I'm never gonna. The only thing I could do is visit him in the grave. You know, but I did want to hear what you had to say, and I guess I'll see you at sentencing. They haven't changed nothing yet, have they?
Not that I know of, sir.
September 23rd.
Right. Pre-sentence is on the 20th.
All right, man. I appreciate you talking to me. I hope you feel a lot better. I'm gonna get out of here.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
I know it wasn't even, it's still fucked up, you know, but I really hope you can forgive me. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? You know, I would like for you to still visit me. You know, I know you probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? But you know, I hope you would still visit me, you know, and forgive me, you know, honestly.
Well, I'm gonna have to do what you're doing. I'm gonna have to talk to God and work on that. But I'm gonna keep an open mind.